that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. Yeah, whole club selling out of the hitters doing stadiums. Small business don't come around, they don't survive my ratings. All I talk about it, that's what really made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich. Never had a mentor, only watch Scarface. I met her at a club, she twerk better when her heart breaks.
Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan. That's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Chicago Bears. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper, at least, a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time?
Oh, definitely I would be worried about this game, maybe more than any other on the schedule, because I know my guys are looking ahead to that open week. I've got to keep them focused on the task ahead, make sure they take care of business in this one. Otherwise, you're talking about a double trap. The trap of losing the game and then having the open week and having to stew about it.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. St. Brown motioning left. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Goff going to move his guys around a bit. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. This defense for the Bears, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5. Now a give to Gibbs, running left. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Detroit! Jahmyr Gibbs with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And bulldozing his way through. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start this drive out on the ground. They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. The Bears sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. They come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap, Fields. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Kelsey, the intended receiver there, and it's 2nd down. You talk about this Lions defense. They were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
Out of the gun, Fields. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Fourth down, so they send out Trenton Gill. Back deep, Rashid Shaheed. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's taken on the 25. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take over here up near the 40. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. A huge play there for Chicago. And even 50 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
On 2nd down, here's Fields. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Travis Kelce, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Well, the lost sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him because he's absolutely a phenomenal player.
And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to him. It's just so hard to stop.
And that's where it really becomes difficult because you're exactly right. They know it's going to him, yet they still can't stop it. That tells you when you're a dominant player.
Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
76. 5.
Goff now to throw. He's got it complete to Gibbs. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
55 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
DC. 2 up. Super. 11.
Here's Goff. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the give, here's Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit! Jahmyr Gibbs, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Lions add 6 to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 8.
14, Bears 6.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Here we go, son.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here we go, son.
2nd and 10.
Up, let's go. Good night.
Here's Fields. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
Brings up 3rd down.
Good night. Hey, 10. Good night.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Angel,
And how
Angel,
about
Angel.
this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
You got a mini back, right?
They snap it to Fields. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. This out quickly to Williams. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10.
And he takes this one in for the Lions. Touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Jones breaking from the contact.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it, sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Here we go.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back.
Here we go. Punch right. Good night.
Here's a give up the middle. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The pickup there, 5 yards.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
It's all right.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Don't jump, ready?
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
11, 11.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
Here we go. We're good.
This is 2nd and 8.
It's all right.
Play action. It's Fields. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 32-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Here we go. All right.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
49 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here we go.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Go.
Here's Fields.
And his throw is incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Here we go.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
EQ. All right.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there.
A loss of 2 yards. It's 4th down.
Here we go on 4th down. Fields.
And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. That would have been a 1st down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, If they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking...
Touchdown, Detroit! A great effort there. 74 yards. And the Lions are able to widen their lead here in this first half. A try here for the extra point. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6.
Lions 28, Bears 6.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Here we go.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, Ken. Nelson. Tonight.
Back to throw, Fields. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Here we go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Fields now to throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. We've seen this offense do some unconventional things thus far, but they couldn't go for it on 4th down here, could they?
Could someone patch us into the head coach's headset? Punt the ball.
Here we go.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. And they are going for it. Fields. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Second and 9. They'll go again with Gibbs. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
3rd down and 1. Now it's gone. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission.
And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Bears.
Well, we thought they needed a big drive to get them right back in this game to start the third quarter. They did one better than that. They just returned the opening kickoff.
And what you gain with that is obviously the points on the board. You gain momentum, and now your team's all fired up. And you save time. You didn't have to use a drive to get it downfield. One big play, that leaves you plenty of time left to continue to mount the comeback.
And the Lions are able to cover this one up. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
Now it's Goff off the bootleg. Jameson Williams.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's Goff. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
The 22 is the line to gain here on third down. Now Goff. Throw over the middle, he finds Williams. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, It has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And he can muster only a couple here to the 24. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
It's a gain of 2. Third down and
3rd and long. It's Fields. He's going to air one out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. They're going to go. It's Fields. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there, and that will force a turnover on downs.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
Hand off now to Gibbs. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Another run for Gibbs here.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Now 3rd down and 7.
Here's Goff.
Finds Gibbs on the check down.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
Now run by Gibbs.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Lions are able to stretch out their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Bears.
I can't help it, partner. I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games in a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this.
The Bears offense staying put. Justin Fields always a threat to run. They'll go for 2 here.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Here's Gibbs.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Now he's into the clear again, and he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, 43 yards, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Bears 20.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual. Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Go.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. On fourth down, Fields. And this is caught. He hits more. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 21 yards there. A big play on fourth down.
That's good for a Chicago Bears.
So a moment to catch our collective breath after the fourth down conversion. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. Tonight.
On first and 10, here's Fields. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the fourth quarter here. You've held a team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. The Bears on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Now Fields. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here we go, Ty.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
It's Nick. Tonight.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That is caught. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, Bears. Michael Pittman, 62 yards. And the Bears get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. And it's a fumble. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Here's Fields now on second down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Fields. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Here we go, son.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Test. Watch right.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Super 1, Super 1. Value 3, go 12, go.
Goff now looking to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. A good pickup there at 22. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Now Goff on 1st down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. A shotgun snap for Goff. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. There he goes again. And in for the Lions touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Lions add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. On the return is Jones from the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Tonight.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line.
He's brought down back at the 16-yard line.
Tonight.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 67 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big third down conversion. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over pursuing, and making a very nice play.
Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. From the 31, here's a 2nd and 9.
Go.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Here's 3rd and 6. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
So after a run like that, I will guarantee that the head coach is saying to himself, maybe even over his headsets to the rest of the staff, where was that all game long? We needed that. That's the type of run we planned for going into the game. Didn't get much of that, but let's move it forward. Let's build on it, get ready for the next week, and let's go play.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for Detroit, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Bears, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Cause you be in your zone when you winning on your own when you winning. Wake up, look out the window, see the rose in the Bentley when you winning. When you winning, when you winning. Oh, you rock designer clothes when you winning. Keep when you winning. People all in your business, gotta ride with it tinted when you winning. When you winning, when you winning. Yo, she could come around but can't stick around, that's how I tease her. Been having my waist since a little, I ain't never been no pleaser. Always gonna crush these souls when they realize I don't need them. I don't give a how close wheels, you cross the line, I'm squeezing. Every day the same routine, same, ain't no new team. Never ever had hoop dreams, but I'm ballin' like I want a ring. Demon time over everything, you don't know how much it really means. Struggle took a toll on them, oh, had to come and intervene. Boy, them keys to that Bentley, I'm tryna drive it around. All I think I'm driving it gently, now I'm speeding through the town. I can't even put my phone down, tryna show the world how it sound. I'm around to make the wrong turn, we don't even wanna turn around. Lately I've been thinking, what would I be if I ain't take a risk? Struggle, I hated it at the time, but it's the reason I'm rich. Never see me knocking nobody, I know how hard it can get. Respect whoever on they, cause you be in your zone when you winning on your own when you winning. Wake up, look out the window, see the rose in the Bentley when you winning. When you winning, when you winning. Oh, you rock designer clothes when you winning. Keep when you winning. People all in your business, gotta ride with it tinted when you winning. When you winning, when you winning. I don't do but I've been off them all week. Tryna take this far as I can, I want it all on sleep. Might just put a 40 ball in my mouth, cause I know my talk ain't cheap. Soon as you start running up money, they could tell cause it reeks. Oh boy, it's so much to see. Gotta learn to keep your balance. Going to sleep on silk sheets, but it used to be a pallet. Fell in love with shopping, I'm getting a grip of it, I don't need no stylist. Walking on mall, spin a bag on anything if it got me smiling. I'm on every L that I ever took, I promise. Flashy with a cyst on, man, I don't look, that's how I'm coming. Can't wait to touch a meal like I ain't got no food inside my tummy. Been had a vision, seen it vividly before it got sunny. You could tell I'm committed. This get hard and I get it, but long as you stay authentic, you'll be destined to win it. I recreated my image. This was earned, never given. Gonna be that way till it's finished. Cause you be in your zone when you winning on your own when you winning. Wake up, look out the window, see the rose in the Bentley when you winning. When you winning, when you winning. Oh, you rock designer clothes when you winning. Keep when you winning. People all in your business, gotta ride with it tinted when you winning. When you winning, when you winning.
There you go. No, don't go thinking I'm one enough. She keep looking at me like she feeling me. Girl, the way you be moving, the stuff you be doing, you tripping out and it's killing me.
Man, that's what I got, you be tripping. I can't even do it, my go. I'm Tiffany, damn, and she tryna cut me off. No, she cannot do it, no, she cannot scissor me. Mark your spot, that boy get don't send him to God, he finna get blessed on. I get the pay, I'm talking about Benjamin Franklin, not talking about the one that you sketch on.
He play dumb, get his gone. Hit a crib, but he loving on red bone. Now I'm hard to reach, I'm bout my cheese. I'm moving around with two phones. Move around like an island boy, but it ain't for the head, cause I keep me a vest on. Get down like the Backstreet Boys, cause it make you dance, but you better get your groove on.
And I'm not talking about, but it too strong. Talking and we get it started, pull up in the U-Haul, you get your move
and
on.
they know they ain't seeing us. You pull all of your pen in that double cup. Wanna step at yourself, are you good enough? Wanna step at yourself, are you hood enough? If I hear them kids, know you pulling up. And now you laid out, they don't get enough. I'm with your girl in the bedroom, and it sound like shit.
I draw that little boy, ain't no getting up. Shorty, your horsey, I told her they my young city, yo. The granny, I had to tell her pick it. You in the feed, now anything under 18, just like met this from the club. She like 5'3", I think it ain't Lydia.
You know we unstoppable, man, it's impossible to stop us, we for sure on the road. Stay to myself, stay off the medium, chillin', ain't gon' play with the trolls. Going 100 in the I-8, I pray to God we don't lose control. Know I'm on a paper chase, my little whip on cruise control.
Even when I'm down bad, yeah, I know how to bounce back.
don't she? On top of that, she good for me. Made me wanna say, even though I got plenty, if I'm down to my last penny, I still gotta, I still gotta, I still gotta. Back up, cause it's on this old train line, I'ma get it done. Now I got the party jumping like it's double dutch. Then we spun the block, came back, double up like, ooh, I got and yeah, met her uptown, but she from the borough, better known as the boogie down. All sookie now, get up out the kitchen, man, I'm cooking now. Brother man, slip me skin, suck it to me, and they gotta shut their mouth when they talking to me. I look around, it's a whole lot of fraction mamas, but I hit the highs, man, don't want the drama. Hey, peace and love, baby, keep it groovy. Every time we pop out, you know it's a movie. If I'm in hot water, then it's a jacuzzi. I gotta shake, so I'm throwing deuces. I gotta even when I'm down bad, yeah, I know how to bounce back, cause you know I gotta. And she look good, don't she? On top of that, she good for me. Made me wanna say, even though I got plenty, if I'm down to my last penny, I still gotta, I still gotta, I still gotta. Hey, you must be new in here. You see these grown people talking, what you doing here? I gotta have a mind and hit you with a Stitch you, get up off the wall, go on, get it moving here. Yeah, I'm just catching the vibe. I told the valet, take your time, it might get a ride. Floating through the front door, my mind is tied. Good Lord, mama, you know you looking divine. I had to turn around, double take a look at that. Girl, you got good taste, where you cook it at? You can mingle with the cool kids. I'm out here sweating like a preacher in a pool pit. Even when I'm down bad, I know how to bounce back. I know I gotta, and she look good, don't she? On top of that, she good for me. Made me wanna say, and even though I got plenty, if I'm down to my last penny, I still gotta, I know I gotta.